Good evening, everyone. I'm Ritu, a neuroscience doctoral student at LMU. And this evening, quite surprisingly, I find myself here. This was not the plan. And now I find myself standing in front of you, wanting to talk about something pretty much all of you would relate to. So I'm going to talk about death. So, when I was 5 years old, my grandma passed away. And that was the first time I realized that this is not a ride that would go on forever. It's gonna end. And I also realized that my parents were one of the first speakers who really postponed the decision to have me and had me towards their early 50s. And suddenly I was filled with this fear and dread that, oh my God, these guys are going to leave me, plus I have no siblings. Then, after a few years, my aunt came to live with me, and to add to the morbidity, she suffered from schizophrenia. So quite a few tough years ahead. It was difficult to really understand how someone can not have control over their own mind, and as a result, over their own lives. So then, when I had to choose, okay, what do I do with my life, I decided to take things into my own hands. I thought that maybe I can study this. Maybe I can study psychological disorders. Maybe I can confront this fear of death, and maybe, at least for the time that we are alive, make it more pleasant. So that is how I am here in Munich, trying to understand emotions in mice, those cute little animals. And the first thing you learn to do with them is to cuddle them. Make them comfortable with you. Because after all, you want to understand fear. If you want to understand fear, they have to be not afraid of you. And yeah, then you're a bit mean and you make them scared. And these are animals, yes, we are scientists, but we have a lot of power in that way. Their entire lives are designed by people like us. On one day, we want them to be happy. On the other, we want them to be sad. And then comes the day when we want them dead. And that's a bit tricky, you know? As a kid, I was like, oh, death is so bad. And then I'm like, oh, mice are so cute. And I have become friends with my mice called Lata. And I have to kill her for her brain? That's quite dark. Anyhow, you just get used to it. It's all for the betterment of the world. Anyhow, and now that I think about death, it's not that scary anymore. It's one day you're there, happily nibbling on your piece of cheese. The other day you're gone. So I don't have a cure for schizophrenia, but I do have a bit of an understanding that it's not that bad to die. Have a nice evening.